Alright, so the next operators we're going to go over is the logical operators. These are used to combine Boolean expressions. So let's go over them real quick. So we're going to create a variable, and this is going to hold, it's going to be called isTrue. So you guys know it's going to hold the Boolean, and it's going to equal to true. Now we're going to hold we're going to have another variable that holds false, and it's going to be called isFalse. It's going to be a Boolean equal to false. So the first logical operator we're going to go over is the and this is specified by 2 ampersands, and we're going to print this out. So and is only true if both the Boolean expressions are true. So in this case, we're going to use isTrue, and we're going to use the 2 ampersands which specify and we're going to put isFalse so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So right now we have a variable that holds true, and we have a variable that holds false. And if you run that, we will see that it is returning false, because and is true and is false returns false. Now if we were to make this is true, it will return true just by the rule of and. Now it doesn't matter what order we put it in. If we were to put is false here, it's still going to return false. If we put both false, it's still going to return false. And needs both Boolean expressions to be true, and that is just the rule of and. The next logical operator we're going to use is or. This is specified by 2 pipes, and we're going to print this out. And or, the rule of or is that only one of them have to be true for it to return true. So we're going to use is true, 2 pipes to specify or, and we're going to use is false. We're going to run that, and we'll see that it returns true, because this is true. No matter if this is false, at least one of them were true. Now if we were to put is false for both of them, just by rule of or, there was no true included in this statement, so it returns false. Now also for or, the order doesn't matter as well. We can put is true on the other side, and as long as true is in that statement, that expression, it will return true. So either or, you know. And the last one we're going to go over is not. This is just an exclamation point, not. And we're going to print that out. And this literally just takes one of them. It doesn't take 2 like the other logical operators. It takes one of them, and it essentially negates the value. So if we have is true, right, and we prefixed it with the logical not operator, this will make it the opposite of the value that is true is holding. So if we run that, we will see that it will return false, even though is true is true. It negates it essentially. And if we were to put is false here, then it will return true, because it negated is false to return the opposite of the value that it holds. So these are the 3 logical operators that Kotlin has. You have the and, which both of the Boolean expressions in this statement has to be true for it to return true. We have the or, which is, you know, just as it says, either or has to be true for it to return true. If it doesn't include a true, then it returns false. And then you have the not, which essentially negates the value of the expression provided. So you have a false variable or expression. Then if you use not in front of that expression, then it returns the opposite value. So in this case, this is false. If we negate it, or if we put not in front of it, then it will return true.